What's up, PV Poppers? We got a killer one for you today. We got the next episode, day 3 of the Go Battle League series. Today we are going to be focusing on the best team for beginners. So a lot of these battles are going to be me trying to find my groove, trying to figure out, what's going to work in Go Battle League in these blind sets of 3, right? When you can't see the opponent's team of 6, the strategy kind of shifts to more of how you're playing your line of 3, you're switching your energy conservation, basically how you play the match and how you're saving your charge moves for the next Pokemon, farming up, all this stuff, overcharging, all this stuff really comes into play when you are going into a blind set, especially when you're losing the lead and you need to regain switch control. These are all things that you need to look out for. So go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We still got that subscriber contest going on. We just hit 80 subs. That's amazing. So next hit is the next winner is going to be chosen at 100 subs, which is awesome. We also got links to my Patreon and GoFundMe in the description. If you want to be my first Patreon, that's awesome. I will help you out with team construction, with battles, anything like that. Just let me know and I can help you out. We're gonna get into our first round here. As you can see, I'm ranked six in these battles. I have worked my way up to rank 9 already, which is awesome. Today was a really, really good day of battles that you're gonna see tomorrow, but I almost went 23. I did 23 and 2 today, which was really, really good, right? So we got our Altaria lead. He's gonna throw the sky attack. I'm gonna let him have it. And I'm gonna farm down with my Bastiodon here. He's gonna bring in his Swampert. And I am not quick enough because Swampert is super, super quick with those Hydro Cannons. So I shield that, bring in my Azumarill. He's gonna throw out another Hydro Cannon. But since we are part water, we are gonna resist that. So those are gonna be just fine for us, especially how tanky an Azumarill is. We're gonna be throwing out Play Roughs, and in comes Lapras. I have not seen Lapras a lot, but Lapras does work in the Battle League for sure. It's gonna be fun as time goes on. People start trying to find the spice that they can bring in to their teams. You are gonna need to use a lot of staples, as you see. Coming up with a good pair is really crucial. That is really one of the main crux of doing good in these blind battles, is coming up with a good solid core and then adding a little spice on the side there and switching up that third Pokemon. I found that Altaria Bastiodon combo is really, really powerful. They're able to cover each other very nicely. The only thing you have to worry about, I guess, would be you got your fighters, but you got Altaria can take them out with the sky attack. So yeah, Bastiodon, Altaria are great picks, especially with the event going on right now where you're guaranteed a higher chance of lucky friends or lucky trades. Trade those Sheldons, trade those Metatites, trade those Sableyes, all those Pokemon that you need to have 100% or close to it to make them worth it. Definitely get those traded, get those lucky, and get those as high as possible, IV wise. That way you can actually really, save up on that Stardust. Half of, when you're saving half Stardust and it's going to cost 350,000 Stardust to do, it's a big chunk of Stardust you're saving. All right, so Gliscor coming in against my my Bastiodon here. Bastiodon going to throw out the Stone Edge, which is super effective against flying. He throws out the Night Slash. I thought for sure that was going to be a Earthquake. And I'm not sure if he even has Earthquake on this Gliscor because he just throws out Night Slash after Night Slash. So I'm going to throw out this Ice Beam here, get rid of the Deoxys defense. In comes Gliscor again. Bubble it down, and that is game on that one. All right. So got the third round here. We got Altaria into Azumarill. This is an all right lead up for us. So we're going to get up a little bit of energy here and then throw in our Probopass. He's going to throw in his Registeel, and we're going to go straight for the Magnet Bomb here. I get bombed. Both of these attacks are going to be not very effective against Ready Steel. Ready Steel is a pain in the ass to deal with. And if you are lucky enough to have one with decent IVs and enough Stardust to invest, Registeel, Yox's Defense, and Cresselia are 3 of, like the super expensive 100,000 Stardust to unlock the move type Pokemon. But if you have the Dust and you have a decent IV one, those 3 Pokemon are really good, and I don't even have one yet. So I just got my Melmetal, spent a bunch of dust on that thing, and now I realized, oh, and I dumped all my rare candy into it, and then I realized that I need another 100 candy and 100,000 dust to put a second move on it. So back on the back burner. Oh man. So we're throwing out these sky attacks here, and in comes Machamp. I tried Machamp out a couple of times. Machamp with cross chop is awesome. Super quick. Get to those cross chops really quick. That play rough is gonna one hit KO you, which is terrible. So down I go. Well, I lose that round. All right, so for the next round, did we get it? Good effort. Great. Keep moving on. We're doing Altaria into Kingdra. He's going to switch out immediately, which is great for me. He brings in his Skarmory, and I'm going to bring in my Bastiodon. Follow that right up. So we're going to get into the groove here with that core team. We got Altaria, Bastiodon, and I believe I have a Zoomer on the back on this. So that's going to be the team for the beginners, okay? Get yourself a good Azumarill, Bastiodon, and Altaria. Run Altaria lead and just go from there. Work on your switches, work on making sure that you're lining up your Pokemon properly. As you can see here, Wish Cash is going to give me a little bit of trouble here with these Mud Bombs. Mud Bombs are a pain in the ass, really. Super effective against, I think, 5 or 6 different types. They're neutral against even more. And they come out quick. They come out really quick. I think it's 5 Mud Shots to a Mud Bomb. Almost sure about that. We're going to throw out this Ice Beam here and finish up this Wish Cash here. It was hot today in San Diego, man. It was hot today. Oh boy, super hot. It's going to be a hot summer. So Skarmory's coming in. We should have farmed down there, as you can see. I hope we do. No. Okay, so he brings in his Kingdra. I go ahead and switch immediately into my Altaria, throwing out the Dragon Pulse, finishing that off, and finishing off the Skarmory with Dragon Breath. So as you can see, when you're quick with the switching, you really are able to get very, very ideal matchups, be able to line up properly with what you need. So in this round, I tried to use Achoo, and it works okay. I mean, it's quick in the fact that you only need 3 Volt Switches, but Volt Switch takes a little while. It's like a confusion, so it takes 4 turns to go. So yeah, I mean, it works. It works. It definitely works. I just don't know how to work it properly. I'm definitely going to give it some more chances. I really think they should have like a practice area for Go Battle League so that you can still online matchmake and play without it affecting your win-loss rate. Would be really nice, so you can try stuff out and try different things out and not have to worry about it, affecting your rank, your rating, and your ranking. But so here we're gonna have Swampert take us down with Hydro Cannons. We're gonna come in with Altaria. Altaria is an amazing Swampert counter because all of its ground and water moves are not very effective against Altaria. If it's running Earthquake is also not very effective against Altaria. So yeah, it does really nicely against the Swampert there. He's gonna bring in his Bastiodon here. I have no shields left. Down goes Altaria. I lose that round. So when you bring the spice, you're gonna get burnt sometimes, especially in Go Battle League, especially when you're having people bringing very, very, very meta teams. So now we got Achoo versus Achoo. God bless you. And so we're gonna go straight for the electric move here, throwing out our Wild Charge. Connects, almost kills. In comes the Grass Knot. Probably shouldn't have shielded that. It's okay. So we got another wild charge going out to their Bastiodon, and we got our Probopass in there. Probopass taking down that flamethrower, and gonna throw out the magnet bomb, doing that killer neutral damage, right? Killer neutral. So we're gonna try to take this Bastiodon, hoping that since we had such great health lead, that we're gonna be able to maintain the switch lead, and we do. So we switch this into a Azumarill, and I was trying to get to that magnet bomb, but he just barely took me out with bubbles. In comes my Volt Switch, achoo, and I'm gonna throw out the Wild Charge. And I think they made the electric animation faster, because I don't remember it being that fast when it first came out. So down goes Achoo, in comes Altaria. Altaria's trying to do work against Azumarill. Azumarill throws out the Ice Beam, and holy macaroni, since we are double weak to ice, it does an enormous chunk. And then we're gonna try to take him out. Get to that Sky Attack. Come on, get to the Sky Attack. And is it gonna be enough? It's not enough. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, that was a quick, close one, huh? I got a couple of I think this is the chunk where there's a couple really close matches here. So let's get into these good ones. Let's get rid of the click.ive. Let's bring in our Altaria versus Bastiodon. We're gonna switch out immediately. Go straight for the Grass Knot. 3 volt switches. You're right there at the Grass Knot, which is amazing. It does a nice chunk of damage there. I'm gonna go ahead and shield this Stone Edge and go for a second Grass Knot. Oh, but we went for the Wild Charge for some reason, which is interesting. We get the shield anyways, but that was a waste of energy, to be honest with you, because we would have been able to go to a third Grass Knot right there, which would have been amazing. All right, so in comes our Bastiodon. We're gonna go ahead and force the mirror. Here's another thing that another strategy that I've been working on is a forced mirror. So basically, you notice that you have the same Pokemon that's on the field already. They're already locked in. They have very little health left. And so, and they take you down. So you can go ahead and throw in that same Pokemon, because now you have full health. So you're gonna have health advantage. Hopefully you're gonna be able to farm them down. If not, at least you're gonna be able to take them out and be in a very good position to where, hopefully the switch timer is down. That was a terrible Sky Attack. Oh my Lord. And that's just a really good strategy of a way to get back on top and back with the advantage, so you can take control of the match. So down goes Azumarill, in comes Altaria. We're gonna rush to the Stone Edge. We're not gonna get to it. He's gonna throw out the Sky Attack, doesn't do anything to us, so we are gonna get to the Stone Edge, which is awesome. And he blocks, which is terrible. And that's gonna be game. So that's another super close one there for you. Altaria comes in and gets smacked down by one Dragon Breath. All right, Kava Moon. We got our Altaria versus Probopass. We're gonna swap out immediately into Bastiodon. He's got his Tropius, which was that wasn't a great switch, guys, not at all. So down goes Trope for the most part, right? We're just gonna let whatever he's got come through. So he's gone. And then he's going to bring in his Probopass, and I'm going to throw out a Flamethrower and do a nice chunk of neutral damage to him, being Rock and Steel. Steel is weak to fire, but Rock is not very effective, so that's going to smash together, and it's going to make it neutral. So he's going to go ahead and throw out this Magnet Bomb, finish off my Bastiodon. I'm going to bring in the Azumarill. I'm going to be throwing these bubbles out, get to Ice Beam as quick as possible. I think I may throw out a Play Rough here, actually. I do. Get that neutral damage and get that last shield there. In comes Clefable. And I'm going to be throwing my Altaria into the mix for some terrible reason. Fairy is super effective against Dragon, so don't do that. Don't throw your Altaria into a Fairy ever. It's really not a great idea. But I learned my lesson, right? You live, you learn, and you move on to the next game. So we lose that one because, you don't come back from letting a Clefable completely just eat your Altaria alive. So, all right, we're going to try some new Pokemon here. I got Charizard. We're going to switch Charizard immediately into Bastiodon. He's got his Alolan Marowak. So his Alolan Marowak has these Bone Clubs. They're going to be doing super effective damage to us. We have Smackdown and we have Stone Edge. That's going to be doing super effective damage against his Fighter typing. We are going to have to shield here because those Bone Clubs do a decent chunk, right? So we're going to overfarm a little bit. That was a little too much, so we're going to have to use an extra shield here. But we do come back from this because we're able to farm him all the way down, have so much stored energy up here, right? We're looking to see what's going on, and we tried to switch out there, and we don't, which is unfortunate. So now we're just going to throw out our Stone Edge and use this time now to switch. So now we switch into our Charizard and throw this Blast Burn out. That's another great thing of having a little bit of extra energy stored up when you switch out, so when you can come back in, you can get to those charge moves super quick. All right, so now Azumarill's really ruined my day. Got rid of my Charizard super quick with bubbles. We're gonna go ahead and throw out that last Stone Edge, and now we think we've got it, right? We got Cross Chop, no shields. We're gonna throw Cross Chop out, and we think we got it. He's gonna throw out a Flash Can or a Focus Blast, and oh, that was so close. Yeah, 1 HP and a prayer. Oh man, that was a good game. All right, Supernova 0508. Going to go, and we got Altaria versus Swampert. This is a great matchup for you. We talked about it earlier. He brought his Azumarill in, and we're going to go ahead and throw off the Sky Attack. Sky Attack does, what is that, almost a third of its health there. And it's going to be throwing us Ice Beam. We're going to shield, switch out into our Bastiodon. Bastiodon's not going to be taking super effective damage from the Play Rough. It's not going to take super effective damage from the Ice Beam. Bubble is going to be super effective against the Steel typing here, or rather the Rock typing is where it's going to get that weakness to water. All right, so it's going to bring in its Swampert and just destroy with that Hydro Cannon, right? You got to be careful with those Hydro Cannons. They are going to do work. So Sky Attack, last shield gone. We are not going to shield this. Hydro Cannon burst. Altaria is not going to do very much damage. I mean, it does do a chunk, but it's not going to do that much. So we're going to be able to tank at least 2, 3, 4 of those. All right. So a little bit of lag, that's okay. Down goes Azumarill. In comes Registeel. Okay. So Registeel coming in. Oops, sorry about that. I gotta plug my phone in. My battery's about to die. Okay. So Registeel comes in, and Azumarill is going to try to do work with it, right? Sorry, we're good. Okay. All right. So Azumarill is going to be throwing out these Ice Beams. These bubbles are going to be doing super effective damage against Registeel here. He's going to throw out that Fast Cannon, almost get rid of me, but I hold on just long enough to throw out the charge move, and we are golden. We win that one as well. Okay. Jesus. Sorry, guys. All right. So, Azumarill. He's going against, what's his face? Altaria here. He's going to throw out that Ice Beam. Going to grab that shield out of him. We're going to go ahead and shield as well. We want to keep this Azumarill alive long enough to get rid of the Altaria with Ice Beams here. Since we did have the health and shield advantage, we are going to be able to, I was trying to switch out there to save the charge moves for something else because I'm going to switch into, and the switch didn't work, so I said fuck it, and I went ahead with the Ice Beam there. Okay, so we're going to try to get to the Ice Beam as quick as possible, since but we don't, and that's too bad. And so we bring in our Bastiodon. Bastiodon is a decent counter to our boy Probopass here, since we do have more neutral damage moves than he does. The Flamethrower is going to be doing nice chunks. Both of his moves are going to be not very effective against us. All right, so we're going up against our first Dugong. Dugong with Icy Wind. Icy Wind is a pain in the ass move. It's 100% going to lower your attack by 1 stage. And yeah, it's a good move. Dugong, especially the double legacy Dugong, is really, really good. So Rock Slide coming out. We're going to go ahead and Smackdown for the win. All right, we are getting to almost to the end of the video, kind of ish, pretty much halfway through. Go ahead, if you're still watching, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Again, do it twice if you need to. And definitely share these videos. Put a lot of work into them. So, yep, go check out the links down there with the GoFundMe and the Patreon. And first Patreon, I don't know, I'm gonna do something special for you. So, yeah, sign up. Okay. So we're going Altaria versus Azumarill. I'm trying the one finger trick, but it never quite works for me. I always lose one bubble. I don't know why. I'll did the flying one. If you lose one bubble, it's a great. So some of the other ones, you can lose 1 or 2 and it'll still be excellent. So that's definitely the harder animation. I don't know what to call this, the fruit ninjas. So he's throwing out mud bombs left and right. And he gets to another one, man. They spam those so quick. That mud shot is a really, really good move. So we're gonna throw out this ice beam here, doing a nice chunk of neutral damage to the Wish Cache, and then we bring in our Altaria and just smash him. Now, he did get to that blizzard in time, which is good for him. But we are gonna throw our Azumarill into the mix, farm him down, and I wasted my ice beam there. You got to keep an eye out for how much health they have left and how much each one of your moves is doing, and try to gauge if you have time to farm down and save that energy for the next Pokemon. All right, so he's going to be throwing out these ice beams. They're not going to be doing anything to us, basically. So we're going to overcharge, allow him to throw his energy again. We're going to try to farm him down all the way, saving this energy for the next Pokemon now. So now we have pretty much 2 Stone Edges ready to go for Altaria, but we don't need them. But it's just good just to practice to make sure that you have extra stuff, extra energy, extra shields, all that ready to go, extra health, ready for the next Pokemon. All right, so as you can see, that Dragon Breath is doing great work to that Sableye. We get the shield out of Bastiodon, which was a very poor use of a shield. We're gonna go ahead and throw out these ice beams here. We decided not to shield the Stone Edge there. I don't think we're going to shield anything with this Azumarill. We're going to use this Azumarill as chip damage galore and shield taker, and just allow it to go down and to bring in the next. So we're going to do that Forced Mirror. He brings in his Medicham, and now I'm going to bring in my Boobity Bobbity, the Altaria here. I'm going to try to do nice work to it. We figured that was a power-up punch. We go ahead and not shield that. And we're going to throw off the Sky Attack and one-hit KO that Medicham there. In comes the Sableye again, throwing off the Power Gem. We're going to rush to that Sky Attack, get to it, and that should be GG's on this one here. Oh, no, he's got a whole nother guy. So we're going to throw off this Flamethrower here. You got to try to really pay attention to you got to pay attention to how many people you got in the back, and how many shields they have, because you don't want to try to bait when they don't have any shields left, right? And you don't need to save energy if it's their last Pokemon, right? There's these kind of things where you got to make sure you know where you are in the game, so you know what action to take, and what the best way to handle the situation is. So we got Steelix in now, and I think I'm gonna use Steelix a lot more, because Steelix with this with Earthquake and Crunch is a really nice set to have. And he's got a couple different fast moves. I think he just got access to Thunder Fang, which is interesting. I haven't tried it out with that yet. Thunder Fang, Dragon Tail. So he's got some pretty good fast moves. Shift Tree is awesome if you can use them right, and if you know how to use them. Look how fast we're getting to these moves. With Snarl, you get to Leaf Blade in 3, you get to Foul Play in 4, and you get to your second Foul Play in another 3. So 7 Foul Plays to 2, or 7 Snarls to 2 Foul Plays, which is fast. All right, so we got our Dragonair here, throwing out Aqua Tails, bing, bing, bing. throw out 2 Awkward Tails and miss a ton of bubbles for some reason. Jesus, that would have been, he would have been dead right there. So down goes Dragon, in comes Steelix. We were trying to farm down, but then I realized that it wasn't moving quite like I would like it to, and so I decided to just go ahead and pull the trigger on the crunch, because we didn't need to farm down because there was another Pokemon in the back, right? Alright, so we realized we had a bad lead, so we switch into the mirror. Now, I had the energy advantage here, so we are going to be able to get to these play roughs before he does. I wouldn't recommend shielding, especially on a mirror, on a Azumarill mirror. Just play it out. I was able to do something pretty interesting in one of these where he had 1 or 2 move advantage on me, and I threw an Ice Beam instead of the play rough, and it actually was able to get me to be able to throw the play roughs ahead of him, because I regained the energy control. And the second play rough was the finishing move, and he wasn't able to throw his, so it turned out to be very helpful. So we're going to have a complete annihilation of my Altaria from that Stone Edge. I'm going to bring in my Azumarill just so I give him some energy, I guess. You got to try to remember how much health you have left on these things as well, and where the energy is on something that's in the back and that you haven't brought out yet. I'm going to throw out this flamethrower, get that nice neutral damage on my boy Bastiodon here. He's going to throw out something that I don't care about because we have way too much energy. Out goes the Stone Edge here. I'm going to try to get that last shield out of him, which we do, and he takes me down, and that is the game for that one. So we're running into a little bit of problems here with Azumarill. We're realizing that our only real counter to Azumarill is the Azumarill mirror. We're realizing that we could definitely use a little more help with the tanks, because again, the only thing that's really killing our tanks is the bubble from Azumarill, which isn't great, and the Bastiodon mirror, which again isn't ideal. So in the next episode, I do start to tweak a little bit with my team, because as you can see, the best team for beginners is going to be Altaria, Bastiodon, and Azumarill. These 3 Pokemon make a good one of each of them, and then just practice with those 3 only. And use those 3 to practice your switching, practice your energy control, practice your all that, right? Sack swaps. There's not really a sack swap in that situation, but more like a safe switch. So, practice maybe different leads. You could try, leading Bastiodon for a whole 5 games and see how you can, finagle your way around, switch at the right time, gain energy, and try to make it so that you're lining yourself up properly to do the most damage at the right time. So we're going to throw this Altaria into the ground, and we win this one. I'm not sure if these are in the right order. It doesn't really matter, but we should be hitting rank 6 by the end of this set here. So Altaria lead. You don't want to throw. You don't want to throw a charge move on the Altaria lead. You just want to keep going straight. Dragon Breath. If they throw first, then you can follow up with a Sky Attack. But even that, I don't know. I don't think you should, because they tend to end up switching first for some reason. I don't know why people want to get out of that match. You want to maintain switch control. You want to maintain. You want them to switch first, and so that you can answer that switch. When you switch first, it ends up making it so that they can switch into their counter. Then you're going to die, and you're going to switch something into theirs. And it ends up not being great. You want to maintain that switch control. All right, so down goes his Altaria. I've got a little bit of health here, or energy, so out goes the Sky Attack versus Seviper. This is the first time I'm seeing, I think it's Seviper, right? No, that's the wrong name. I don't know. Superior? I don't know the name of that one, to be honest with you. I haven't evolved it yet. Sorry. Alright, so I think this is the second to last round. We got a perfect match there. The Altaria versus what's it called? Victory Bell. So he switches to his Altaria, and I switch into my Bastiodon here. Bastiodon's going to do work. Going to throw off these Sky Attack Stone Edges. The Sky Attacks aren't going to do shit to us. So he brings in his Victory Bell. I'm going to throw off a Flamethrower. Get that shield. He's going to throw off his Leaf Blade. Finish me off. And I'm going to bring in my Altaria and just farm the crap out of him. Throwing the Sky Attack here at Lantern. And then I'm going to bring in my Azumarill and throw off... I think I'm going to throw off Ice Beam. But I wonder if Play Rough is better. I'm not terribly well versed in the Fairy type moves and the Fairy... I know that Fairy is weak to Steel and Poison. And I also know that it's super effective against Dragon and Fighting. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure where else to use it. So, those lightning bolts hurt. There is a new variation of Lantern with Spark. That's a new move that was added to the move pool for Lantern. So now you can have it as a full-blown water with an electric move, or a full-blown electric with a water move, which is kind of cool. All right, so we got another great situation here where they switched first into Skarmory, and we went ahead and followed that switch into a Bastiodon. And as you can see, I'm getting into my groove now with this core team, this quote-unquote beginners team. Very, very solid, very easy to use team that is going to do wonders for your ranking. I turned somebody onto it today, and they won 3/4 of their matches right after they were complaining about how they couldn't win anything. So it's all about what Pokemon you bring and how you use them. Altaria lead is a great way to start the match off, because you can always reconfigure and reline up after that. So I did notice that this Umbreon situation, there were a few Pokemon that were giving me trouble. So like Wishcash was a pain in the ass, Umbreon was a pain in the ass. So, work's never done. You always want to tweak your team up a little bit. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. I go 23-2 tomorrow. So you guys, this team is working. I make one little switch on this team, and we're going to do amazing in Go Battle League. Right now I'm at rank 32. My rating is 3270, I think it is. Rank 9. Tomorrow we're going to hit rank 10. I'm so happy that you guys have been enjoying these videos. I got Scrafty. I got a matchup mastery and a by the numbers on that coming up in the next couple of days. More Go Battle League footage, more Silpharina, Rose Cup. Don't forget the Rose Cup still exists, you guys. So check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.